Hello everybody, it's Dr. Hurd here to talk to you about breathing and mindfulness. So the research has gotten pretty clear that breathing and mindfulness are two tools that can be used by anybody in order to have just a more calm, relaxed body and mind, which can only be a good thing in our families and at home if we are more relaxed and we're more calm. So this one is a really good tool to use just to sort of build in our arsenal something that helps us all be more calm throughout our days and our weeks. So what I tell people who come into my office, and I tell kids who come into my office when I'm teaching them how to do the breathing exercise, is that breathing is a lot like a sport. You do not just go out and play the championship game the first day that you learn a sport. You just don't. It's the same thing with breathing. So I will explain the breathing exercise, and it's a really important one. I dare you to try it. It works for 99.9% of the population, and if you do it correctly and you practice it, it can be a helpful tool to calm you on a regular basis throughout the day, and also can be a tool that can, once you get good at it, help you to calm down if you are upset. And this is for kids and grown-ups alike. So it's a great one that I like everybody to learn. I like everybody to try it. You don't have to try it in front of your family. I can't imagine that's going to work that well. But if everybody learns it and then goes and tries it on their own and report back on how they did and how it felt, that's good enough. That'll work for the week for the assignment. So here's how the breathing exercise works. What you're going to do is you're going to get in a comfy spot. You're going to either lay back in a chair or lay back on a couch, or I tell people practice before they go to sleep, because sometimes people get so relaxed that they do fall asleep. So the key is you don't want to be like sitting upright and using all your muscles. But what you want to do is get comfy, and then what you do is you take a semi-deep breath in and you hold it for 5 counts. And at the end of the 5 counts, you breathe out very, very slowly. So the breathing that they kind of do on TV, like this kind of breathing does not help. This actually hurts us. This is not breathing that's going to help us calm down or stay calm in any way, shape, or form. I don't know, they put it on TV and it looks like a good idea, but it's not. So the breathing that I'm talking about, again, you kind of lay back and you get comfy in your chair, and you take a breath in, you hold it for 5 counts, and then you let it out really, really slowly. And sometimes what happens for kids when they do it the first time is they take a breath in, hold it, and then they hold it too long, and then they let all the air out like this. And this is not going to help either. So it's also why you practice it. So you practice it for, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks before you have any shot at using it when you are upset. So I tell people practice it 5 times a day, usually right before you go to sleep. Put a little, there's a chart in the book. You can print that off, or and make some copies. Put it up next to your bed. Don't forget to do it. If everybody does it for most of the week, you get some sort of prize for the week. Go to the store and pick out some sort of treat or something. But something just to get you remembering to practice it and to practice it, because it is such a great tool to be able to calm yourself down once you start to feel upset. It works for anger, it works for anxiety, it works for stress. It's such a good tool to use, and it's such a good tool to have in your arsenal. It just makes so much sense for the family to have it as one of their goals for the week. And it's definitely something that you should keep going and keep using if you find it effective. Every once in a while I have somebody who it just doesn't jive for, so that, they might be one of the people who fall outside of the realm of most people who it works for. But mostly everybody will tell you, if they're doing it right and practicing, that it's something that will help them feel calm and happy. In terms of meditation, I had never been a huge believer in meditation, but the research is coming out and is pretty clear on that also contributing to being calm. So, other choices you might have is somebody who says, I'm not so sure about the breathing thing. I would love to explore yoga or another form of meditation, and maybe we can add that some in the week. You also can find tons online and some online resources where you could just go on and do some yoga poses or do some breathing or do some mindfulness. Another option, if you're not as touchy-feely as that, I'm from Wisconsin, from the Midwest. A lot of people say, I can't do that stuff. That's not going to work for me. Fine. That's fine with me. You can go for a little walk out in the woods or out in nature and just take some breaths in nature. I mean, it's basically a similar concept, except for it's just what we do in the Midwest. So head outdoors, get in the woods, get in a field, take a couple breaths in, and you will inevitably feel a little bit better.